The shadowy figure slowly walks into view. It becomes very apparent to the three of you that this is a dead person. The desiccated husk of a 5.5-foot woman starts to lurch side to side in view. Her clothing long rotted away, her hair streaming out of her face, which is pulled tight with the skin. It's all leathery and brownish, holding her closely together. Her clothes are fairly tattered of what remains of them, and she starts lurching kind of back and forth down the hallway in your direction.
Guys?
Yeah.
Can I get perception checks from the party, please?
Yes.
Of course.
Is this to see it's floating off the ground?
I don't know. You're going to pass a
29.
perception check?
And I'm killing it with rolls.
20.
No.
I failed it.
Okay.
So my position in the room that we're in is back near the sarcophagus, in sort of like a crouch position behind a shield.
Okay, so you're well away from the gate with the shield and spear up. How did you guys keep the gate closed? Because there had been a talk of it, and then...
I was up next to it.
I was holding it, but when I see this, I'm gonna back the hell away.
The gate then just opens up into the room that you're in.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I as soon as I can do anything, I say, stay out of the way. And I get into where I can see down the hallway, and I just start chucking daggers down the hallway.
Okay, throw me a dagger.
D20. 19.
You strike the creature. Roll me some damage.
Neil, can I
It's a critical, by the way.
Okay.
Yes?
can I throw you a flask of oil?
Yes, you
the
could throw a
thing?
flask of oil at it. It
As it
wouldn't
gets close.
combust unless it was lit,
No.
but you could throw a flask
Yes.
of oil at it.
Yeah. We also have a torch.
5 damage. Your first dagger lands square in one of her eyes, and she stumbles backwards from the weight of the blow. Well, she rightens herself and begins to march forward. When Stefan throws, all you need is a 10 to hit her. You overshoot it, and the flask of oil crashes on the ceiling above it and just kind of rains oil onto the ground that she will eventually walk into.
At least he didn't roll a 1 and throw it onto our torch or something.
We were just talking about that.
Ginger?
Upon seeing them both attacking, I will stand up and step so that I can attack if it were to enter the room. So
Okay.
ready to attack for that.
Alright.
So, are you standing or crouched down with your shield?
Standing now.
Okay.
The figure continues to stalk towards you, slowly raising its arms to an outstretched position. Ginger, it comes into range of your spear. Make me an
Stab
attack
at it.
roll.
Okay, I'm at +2 now. 14.
You stab it.
It feels good to have our weapons again. That fight last week was scary because of trying to bash the woman with the shield.
2d4 +2. Damage 6.
You impale it through the chest, and the creature kind of drops to its knees, your spear all the way through it. And then it kind of slumps to the side.
Whew.
Hack
Hack it.
its head off.
Hack it.
Yeah. I don't. How did that? What? Wizards. How does this keep happening?
Perhaps we
Oh,
should
well.
listen to our father.
The oil on the floor. Please don't light it. I don't want to be breathing that in right now.
If
Yeah,
any more
let's-
of those suckers come, let's light it up as they
Yeah,
come.
maybe we should. But for now, back to the sarcophagus. Let's get this thing open and get out of here.
Are
Okay,
you guys
I'll
leaving
put-
its head intact?
No, I'm hacking it.
Okay.
I'll quickly turn to the sarcophagus and start lifting.
Well, hold on. So Stefan goes over to start chopping its head off. And Stefan, you hear more movement from down the hallway.
Guys, there's more coming. Get your torch ready.
Okay.
I prepared the last flask of oil I have.
Okay. It's a slow, scraping, inconsistent shuffle, kind of like
Can I ready an attack to throw my torch onto the oil on the ground if something steps on? Okay.
You wait. The torchlight doesn't extend all the way down the hallway.
Yeah.
You can hear the sputtering of the torch quite loudly, and kind of the soft sound in the distance. But after a few minutes, there's no sign of anything.
Okay, so for the first round there, I set down my weapon and armors and start heaving the lid with the sarcophagus by myself, unless others want help.
Sure. You give it a nice shove, and you eventually knock the whole thing back off the back end of it. It lands with a heavy thud.
I'm gonna be keeping watch.
Okay, I give you the torch and...
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
I'll wave it around in there and take a look.
Lying inside is a woman in her early 40s, maybe, but still very, very beautiful, and very fine silver silk robes with an elaborate necklace and jewelry dangling from her neck, many rings across her hands, but she is not decayed in any way, shape, or form. It looks like she is just peacefully sleeping there. Her golden hair is combed back nicely and comes underneath her. There is a small pillow under her head with little embroidery around it.
Luther he takes one of her hands and tries to feel her pulse on her wrist.
Okay. As you pick up her hand, it closes around yours and her eyes open.
Okay, I start yelling.
I'll need you to make me an initiative roll.
Why do I keep doing these things? Why is it always
You're a
me?
true leader.
You have the intelligence, but not the wisdom. Are we all rolling initiative?
3.
Luther gives a scream. I think that attracts your guys' attention, so you all can roll initiative.
Okay,
here.
so I'm using a torch to put in the face of this creature as it wakes up. What initiative do I roll?
3
Have
plus
you
3.
got? Have you got a torch? I've currently got the torch.
Someone handed me the torch to look into the.
I think Ginger has the torch.
I
Okay,
meant to give it to Stefan to
Okay.
watch the hallway to throw it
Yeah.
in.
Okay,
All right, Stefan's got the torch.
Yeah.
fair enough.
Especially if you had to open up the sarcophagus, then
Oh, indeed. Let's see.
What is it? It's like the
So I'm
vampire.
gonna be picking up my weapons and shield. Can I still make an
Yes.
attack in that round?
Yes.
would you like us to have an extra penalty because we are reacting to the initiative the round already going?
Well, that's very nice of you. This is a pretty tense situation, and everything's fairly close, so penalty of 1. But yeah,
All right, just add 1 to mine then.
just add 1. So we've got 3, 8, and 11. So Luther, you go first.
Okay, so the way I imagine this is I'm facing the sarcophagus and I use my left hand to reach in and take her arm. So I pull a dagger out of my belt and just stab it into her face.
Give me a roll to hit. I'm going to give you a bonus. She's lying down, so that should be a +4 bonus, but then she's also in this crypt, which is a little bit awkward, so a penalty of 2, so a total bonus of +2 for her positioning.
Okay. 13.
You stab the creature. Can I get a damage roll?
Oh yeah. And it was with a regular dagger, so is that a D4?
Yes.
Okay. D4 damage right in the face. 1 damage.
1. You go for the face and you end up scratching across the
I
cheek,
get her ear.
ripping through the soft flesh that begins to bleed. It's worth noting her hand is cold to the touch. Jeff, you go at 8.
Can I?
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
no. I think it's too late now, but
Huh.
I think it would have been an instinctive move to try to free my hand from her.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a strength check.
Okay. D20 plus, what is my strength? 12. 21.
Not enough to pass. You try and wrench her hand out, but her claws begin to dig into you. Stefan.
I'm just gonna quickly check the braziers. Is there still oil in them?
No.
No. Okay, that's useless. All right. In that case, I shall put the torch down on the ground. Is that feasible, or will that put it out?
You could set it on the ground. It would stay for a while, but it will burn out much faster on the ground.
Right. Okay. In that case, I'll do that and pull out the short swords and attempt to go to town.
Okay. Give me, again, same penalties to hit, minus a total +2.
Now the short swords, is that? Yeah, that's slashing. Should that be an extra penalty?
Short swords are thrusting weapons.
Yeah. I mean the thing I have is slashing, but I agree with you on stabbing.
Well, I have
Yeah, it's a stabby weapon.
slashing piercing.
Yeah, stabby.
So, yeah.
Yeah, mine's just S. All right, I
Music's
shall do that.
suddenly gotten quite loud.
I don't hear any music.
Really?
You don't hear any of the music through tabletop audio, or through
Maybe I have
Yeah,
the
I'm hearing Lost Mine, and it just suddenly got to a loud bit.
I gonna have to refresh. I haven't heard music the whole time, so.
Oh, well,
The music's. I love the music.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
I thought-
good.
All
No,
thanks
I
to
just thought it was
tabletop
slacking.
audio.
Yeah.
All right, so +4 in total. 13.
13's a hit. Their first knife, or long knife, short sword, runs through her body.
5
5
damage.
damage.
And then the second one.
Dude, that's nice. Must be nice to be a fighter.
It's a 19 is a crit. You stab her square in the chest with this second one, inches from the heart,
Oof.
for 11.
Good lord.
Her eyes are wide open. Her mouth slowly opens, and the most horrible wailing cry you have ever heard in your life echoes out.
Don't yell. We need to be stealthy.
I need all of you guys to make me saving throws versus petrification.
Oh, that's even worse.
Not that you're being petrified, but that's just it's a fear save.
Yeah.
Alright, I need 15 or higher.
I need 12.
I fail.
1.
Beautiful.
You really fail.
Oh, we're all dead.
Beautiful across the board. You are all stricken with fear. You run. You all, you just,
Can I get my hand out of her grasp?
no.
I don't run. Ah.
You're stuck being held by this creature. Ginger and Stefan, your knees begin to shake. You can feel your bowels start to open up, and you break and run.
Who runs
We
first?
ran.
Can we roll for it?
Roll to what? Who goes first?
I mean, because Stefan's
You go
already taken
first.
the
Yeah,
turn.
he already took his turn. You're
Okay,
first,
fair
Ginger.
enough.
You're straight down
There
the
you go.
hallway.
I'm away.
You don't have any light though, so I guess Stefan's right behind you. The torch is on the ground. So
On the
the two
ground.
of you run into the darkness of the crypt.
Yep.
I don't want to die.
Ginger, you're first. Marcella, you're first. You come to the end of the darkness. You know there's a staircase directly in front of you and a path left and right, and this thing is terrifying. Where do you go?
Well, I go to the staircase, and I immediately reach down and start grabbing at the stairs
All
and
right,
going up.
you find
Listen.
stairs and you scramble your way up and up and up and up and up until you burst out onto the surface. You see the gate is open again, and you stumble out into the cemetery. Stefan.
And I'll go. Yeah, it's enough movement for the one turn.
Well, let's get Stefan. Stefan, what are you doing?
I follow straight behind.
All right, so you two find your way to the staircase, scramble up. By the time the two of you get into the open cemetery, the fear is lessened. You no longer feel compelled to run, but there is a shiver up your spine like you've never felt before.
Sister, we have to go back down. Our brother.
Yeah, the heathen. We'll grab a spear off the donkey. We'll run straight back down, and we'll just grab him and whip him back up here.
Luther, you're inside. You are pulling against this creature, but you are held tight by it. I would ask you for initiative, but you can't do anything but run.
Well, I guess since I can't really argue, since it's a magical effect that when you with fight or flight, if flight doesn't work, you gotta do something.
That's true.
I think he still needs a strength check this turn, even if he's scared to
this would
escape.
be a second strength check in one round. I'm not going to give him two strength checks in a single round for it. He just can't break free yet. Okay, so up top, Ginger's running to grab a spear. Stefan, you realize you've dropped one of your short swords in the fear. You still have one. You're one in your right hand, but the one in your left hand is gone. God knows where it is. What are you doing?
So I'm going to have to head back down then. If I stumble across my short sword in the darkness, then fantastic. If not, I'm just going to miss it.
Do you wait for Ginger?
I'm going to pick up specifically a javelin, not a spear.
Okay.
No, I can't wait for Ginger. I know everything he wants to, but desperation.
So you're going to head back at the start of the next round.
Yep.
You make your way down the staircase as the chill runs up your spine once more. Give me another saving throw versus petrification.
Is she just constantly screaming? Is it like
no, it was the one wail that was let out.
So it's still.
Oh shit! No, that's a fail.
No,
Sorry,
you
I did.
right. Just the two. You make your way partway down the staircase and find yourself trembling in fear. It's like that scene in Saving Private Ryan at the very end when the guy's coming up the staircase with the ammunition and the German soldiers are up in the loft. It's that sort of.
I sit down in the darkness and start rocking.
Okay. Ginger, you grab the spear. You come back. I need you to make me a saving throw versus petrification as you walk back into the.
No.
All right. You start getting a few steps down, and you too. Your feet won't respond as your brain tells them to move forward. Luther. On the inside, the woman still holding your arm. Actually, give me an initiative to make a strength check on this round.
So
see
plus
if you beat
3.
her. Yeah. No, she goes first. She climbs out elegantly from the crypt, her hands digging into you, and reaches out with her other hand, resting her fingers against you and scratching you deeply in the face. Just kind of a... You take 4 points of damage as her claws cut into you. And then it's your turn. You can make a strength check to try and break free if you'd like.
I still can't attack with my other hand.
Not yet.
D20 plus 12. No.
Nope. Okay. Initiative for next round. Everybody. Ooh, nice. Okay. Players up top, you can continue to make saving throws to try and make your way back down to the crypt to find your courage.
All right.
I do find my courage.
Yeah, courage.
You hear Luther letting out a cry as the nails scrape through him, and it rousts you to bravery.
It does, and I just go charging in. I mean, I'm guessing I haven't found my short sword.
No. You come charging in. You don't see it on the ground in the light. It must be somewhere on the staircase or somewhere off to a side. And you see this woman, kind of a pale but still beautiful and elegant face, in a gorgeous gown with lovely jewelry and long flowing blonde hair, standing as your brother's lying on the ground, holding his wrist and kind of caressing the side of his face with her nails, which have like red tips now. But you come charging down the hallway at her.
Okay, can I throw a flask of oil?
You can.
Not on me.
Yeah, I'm gonna get as close as I can. So right next to the torch, and then throw, and then bend down to pick up the torch.
So the torch is in that 10 by 10 room. If you get to the torch, you're gonna be adjacent to the woman.
Yep. I think. Okay, no. In that case, with Luther being down, I'm just gonna swing my one short sword at her.
Okay. Roll the hit. $11. You stab her through the chest.
I like the sound of that.
I do too.
For 5.
Her grip on Luther relaxes, and he can successfully scramble backwards. She turns her head towards you. Luther, you rolled a 9 for initiative.
Yeah.
And with a wail, leaps at you. Her eyes open to an unnaturally wide state. Her hair actually moves backwards in a streak, both hands outstretched for you. No opportunity attack on this. They reach for you. An 8 is a miss, but a natural 20 is a hit. Both of her claws reach out to her. Both of her claws reach out. One of them missing, the other rending the flesh on your face. Or stop rolling that number. Can't roll that high. For 7 points of damage. Ginger, you failed your save. Luther, you can make a save versus petrification this round. You're free. You're in here of your own volition now. You can run or you can stay. If you can pass your save.
I run.
Okay. You break. The woman lets out another terrifying wail that echoes throughout the hallway. As we roll initiative for the next round.
Come on, low. That's low.
Oh. Jeff, you're first.
Lovely. I will make a fighting withdrawal.
Okay. You keep her at a distance from you, backing away into the darkness. Luther, you are coming up the staircase. Ginger, the previous round, you're trying to get your way down, and soon you see Luther coming this way, right around towards you. How do you react to Luther coming up the staircase?
I will stare at him and just try to bring out some words, but just stutter them all. And
I guess I have like these big claw marks on my face or something. Fingernails.
Stefan? Is he alive?
Yes, he's down there.
Yeah. When you get to the surface, Luther,
I'm not going back down there.
You can breathe, and you are no longer compelled to run.
Okay.
Okay.
So I try to go back in.
Stefan, you make it to the staircase, and even though you can't see it, you can slowly back your way up it. But this whole time while you're walking, this woman is kind of gracefully walking in your direction, slowly, but with a purpose.
I turn and run up the stairs if possible.
Yes. Momentarily, all three of you are up top, gathering your wits.
I say, she's coming. She's coming. Go, run.
No, we can kill her. We can do it. We can't go back down there, but if she comes up, we can get her.
All right, I shall lead from the back.
As if on cue, into the darkness, or out of the darkness into the moonlight, steps the beautiful woman.
I have to make another save this round.
No, you only need saves to go down into the crypt. You're fine where you are. It is just a few days after the new moon, so it's pretty much just starlight around, giving you guys all pretty severe penalties to fight because you can barely make out these figures in the darkness. I think starlight is -3 to hit.
The woman isn't like translucent or anything.
Mhm.
No, she's there, flesh and bone. Penalties of 3 to hit and to AC in the starlight. So
She get the same penalties though.
if she was a human, yes. What her current state is unknown, and I don't think you know if she has darkness penalties or not.
Yeah.
But it's a good question to ask. Ginger, you haven't had a turn yet this round, so
I
you
haven't
get.
either.
Okay. Who rolled? Who got first initiative? You did.
I did. Yeah.
So you see her standing just inside the gate of the crypt. As your turn rolls around.
Okay. I have my shield in one hand and I start pulling out throwing daggers in the other.
Make me roll to hit.
Yeah, that should be -3, I guess.
So that's a 15. It strikes her in the throat.
Is that a crit? 'Cause it's natural 18.
Yes, it does clear by 5, and it is natural 18.
Don't you have a specialization though
He's a
in daggers?
I mean, I'm a thief, so I don't
Oh, sorry, my apologies.
get any bonuses because I suck.
I suck at rules learning.
5 damage.
It strikes her in the throat. She brings her hands up over it to stop the flow of blood that kind of rolls down her chest, staining her gown as she drops to her knees and splays out prone, leaning down the slow sloping dais, and comes to a complete stop.
I told you we could get her.
Chop her head off. Chop her head off.
Pass me an axe.
we need the amount of head choppings we do need that. Oh, my head.
I get my arming sword out and give it to Ginger.
I'm gonna rush down the stairs down to the crypt to grab the torch and hopefully find my short sword.
Yeah, you find the torch. Most of its oil has spilled out across the ground in kind of a big pool. You can get to it gingerly, but you've got about half a torch left.
Okay,
so
And you do find your short sword on the way back. It's cast to the side somewhere.
as she falls down, am I able to move up to her without feeling afraid? So
You don't have to make a save.
I do so, and then with my little javelin, I'm going to poke through one of her hands and push it into the ground to pin it there.
You skewer one of her hands into the earth.
And
then-
my arming sword, so
Okay.
you want to do some chopping.
Yeah, I will do.
Right, you remove the head from the body.
After she's done with the chopping, I check the body. I guess she did have some cool jewelry on.
What? What are you checking it for? Wealth?
Yeah, wealth, and I'm also just kind of wondering what what the heck's going on and how that happened. So I'm just searching her body to see if there's any sign how.
Until you stained her dress with blood and ripped it to shreds with stabbing. She had quite a valuable gown on, but it's totally ruined now.
Yeah.
The necklace that she wears is a series of silver links with a large, rounded, kind of almost heart-shaped, but not quite, I guess teardrop-shaped, upside-down teardrop-shaped, silver rim with a dim, or a light blue stone set in the middle, kind of actually hanging in the middle by little points holding it together.
See, it's pretty cool to loot.
The silver rim has little smaller transparent gemstones in it. The necklace must be very valuable.
Yeah, that seems awesome. Luther definitely did that.
Her hands have various rings with precious metals and gemstones inlaid in them as well.
What sort of shoes has she got on?
I don't know what types of shoes people wore in that day and age that would be nice, but they are high quality shoes.
Well, I know boots are worth money, so let's take the boots as well, or shoes, or whatever she's wearing.
So I come back up. I'm guessing by this time. I said, quick, let's pick up the body and put it back in the sarcophagus so no one knows that we were here.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's
I
some sort of a
completely
strappy sandal. That's what it is. Some sort of strappy sandal with fur.
So yeah, I'm gonna unpin the body. I'll start lifting the body and have, I don't know, I'll give the head to Stefan and say, you can carry that.
You hacked him for to bits, Ginger? Her head off? Or was that Luther?
Head's wasn't by me.
Yeah, because I gave her my sword to do it.
So, Ginger, your clothes are stained with blood.
All right.
Just so you know.
That's okay, you can just wash it off in the river.
Actually, seeing that, I give her my big black wool cloak to put on, so just in case we see any members of the public, they don't see the blood stains.
Maybe we should do that after we've deposited this corpse back where it's meant to go.
Yeah, well, we need to go down there, and I need to pick up my shield, which I left down there.
I need to check around the room too. Also, anyone,
All right,
anyone feel like staying here and looting the rest of the?
Now let's go and let's do it quickly. Let's get out and let's get out of here. And I think there was something else that escaped. So
Escaped.
Really?
Yeah. There was another shuffling which didn't come to attack us, and we didn't run into it. So it could be down one of the side passages.
Maybe we'll leave the rest of this tomb for later. Maybe this is enough for now.
As long as it gets locked back up at the top, I think we'll feel safer.
And we can just hide the corpse just somewhere
So
inside.
we put the body back in the sarcophagus. I hope no one notices.
All right, in that case, so I'm guessing we're going to have a look in the sarcophagus room then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you all
We're definitely going back there.
bring the body and the head back into the sarcophagus room, set it inside on its little soft pillow, which is now bloodstained as you put the body back in.
Oh, by the way, Neil, as I'm carrying the head down, I make sure to keep the head far away from my body.
Right, hold it at a distance.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, you're back in the sarcophagus room. You've gathered all of your gear. You've laid the corpse back in.
Well, I turn to the other people, and say, we're going to burn it. It's kind of a witch.
Yeah, I
have
think
to
it's
know
fine
the-
how it is. We don't want to burn the tomb.
We can just put the lid back on. It
Yeah.
seemed to keep it in check before. We have chopped off its head. Hopefully that will do it. Was there anything in the sarcophagus before we put it in?
Yes, there was. There were a couple of small ceramic vases that were filled with what were probably once incense or spices of some kind. And you notice there is a platinum coin that seems to have slipped off of the body at some point in the past and is resting at the base of the sarcophagus.
All right, very good. I guess we'll gather everything that we can. And
Yeah, the incense and the herbs and sages and stuff are all, decades old and worthless now. The coin is valuable. The jewelry that she has on her is valuable, but there's nothing else of appreciable wealth in the room.
all right, in that case, I guess we. By the way, Chris Hansen, that was what a comment. Anyway, now I've lost my train of thought. There's nowhere to go from that one. I guess we replaced everything and then mosey on out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you replace the locks on the gates as you leave?
Yep.
Okay.
Also, I'd like to grab the attention of the body of the wandering thing that came first, and we struck it down.
That's just lying there.
What do we do with this one?
Yeah, might as well check and see what it has, I guess. Cut the head
No, it's
off.
got nothing. Its clothes are tattered. Its skin is sucked in against it. If you've seen a picture of a mummy, it looks very much like that, minus the wrappings, but that like tightly pulled skin, that desiccated look.
Yeah.
Just leave it on the floor.
Yeah, let's just leave it and get out of
Alright.
here. I don't want to be in here anymore.
And lock the gate. No, let's go. This was.
Luther has like this bloody claw mark on his face.
Yeah, I'm on 1 hit point. I'm exactly the same.
Yeah.
My face. Oh, not the face.
You guys manage to get back out, shut the gates behind you, make it back to your donkey when you hear cries coming from the nearby village.
Okay,
As you-
as soon as we hear the cries, Luther says run.
You see torches coming to light as you escape northward in the night, in the dark,
With the donkey.
with the
Make sure to
donkey,
take-
leaving
Yeah.
the village behind. It takes you the rest of the night to get back to Wadsworth, as you're
I think-
exhausted and cold.
I
Unless
think
you
maybe
stop.
we should make camp somewhere, because we do have to pick up what's his face
Ronald.
on the way
Yeah.
back. Yeah, I gotta get Ronald on the way back.
Maybe we should make that as a separate journey, brother. I don't know if we're in the condition to.
Yeah.
You might want to go back to Wadsworth and send a servant to pick him up or come back and get him at a later
Yeah.
point.
That's
That can
the
even be
bullshit.
something that we do in the downtime between sessions.
Yeah.
Also, we don't want to be linked to anymore to the events. We don't want anyone to know that we're anywhere south of there, and so
That's fine. Let's get out of here.
let's keep a low profile.
All right.
Okay.
You guys arrive back in Wadsworth Saturday morning around sunrise.
When we get back, if we can do this before we end,
Yeah.
I show Stefan all the rings and the necklace I got, and just ask him how much they're worth, if he can tell.
Give me an appraisal check, Stefan.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
we know.
I don't think all of the appraisal checks. I haven't got below a 30.
Yeah, you
Fantastic.
just kill it every time apparently.
The one amulet, the necklace that she wears, is probably worth 300 GP on its own. But as an appraiser, you also know that this is a unique piece. And it is a beautiful piece, well enough that someone might recognize it if they know something about jewelry. You might be able to sell it to... You might be able to melt it down. If you melt it down, it's going to probably be worth a quarter of that.
Yeah.
If you sell it to someone who can afford it, there's a possibility that they might recognize it. Maybe, maybe not, you know?
That seems like in general, yes, if it was in circulation or if it was an absolute famous piece, which we could probably check
Right.
with Joseph.
You don't
But
know
it-
when this woman died, so if she's
And
a
that's what we
recent...
need to find out.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
We
So you'll
know
have
a
to do
name.
some figuring. If you
Yeah,
wrote
we
it
know-
down, you remember it.
We have a historian,
Yeah.
Sophia Lorne.
Okay. So that's going to be possibly a pain to sell or break up. The rings are nice, but you know, they're not memorable. You would be shocked and amazed if someone recognized one of them. You'd pretty much have to sell it to a family member who had seen it before. She had 4 rings. One of them is worth 50, one of them's worth 10, one of them's worth 12, one of them's worth 3.
Not bad.
Okay.
Okay. So why don't I count up some experience for you guys
Oh yeah.
while you discuss what your plans are for the future.
Well, we're gonna get Ronald, and we're gonna get at least 2 other people and get them trained.
Yep. Ronald's gonna get trained up. Gonna get some more people. We're gonna have to do something about this stupid wall. This ridiculous giant just roaming around, destroying everything.
That's not our job to worry about. That's a counselor's job.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a pain.
It's okay. We're on the south side of the city, brother.
That's true. And I do make a point as we're talking about all this, and I guess we can talk to Joseph about Lorne now if we have the time. But I think Luther's very excited about these tombs now.
Right.
Stefan is less excited about the tombs now.
Luther is very excited. There's all this magic stuff going on that he wants to find out about. That necklace is really cool, and he might just keep it.
Joseph Thorne is an ancient historian, more about things of the past than about social situations around here. He says he doesn't recognize the name Sophia Lorne or even the Lorne family, but he can look around and ask around if you'd like him to.
Okay. Actually,
somebody with heraldry.
maybe it's just that you don't ask around, Joseph.
We don't want anyone to know that anyone's looking for that person right now.
Yeah.
Okay. He'll let you know if the name comes up in books. He'll do some just scanning through his archives to see what's up.
Okay.
I'll go up to Father. Father, do you recognize the Lorne name?
Thorn. Almost sounds like Thorn, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah,
I had the same thought.
I don't know Sophia Thorne. Lorne. Or,
I was about to say I show him the necklace, and then I realized. Oh,
I was a little
poor
blind.
William.
Okay.
So therefore, there was no name of Lorne when you were around. So that gives us.
It's not a noble's name, but there are some knights that have been given last names, or maybe a noble from out of town. Or...
She must have been a noble. She had a beautiful gown, a beautiful necklace.
And also, like, there was nothing in her on her tombstone or whatever that would signify nobility, like any.
Yeah,
She was a lovely mother.
There were no
She was
sigils,
also
right?
Will. It sounded like she was more of a homemaker. Was the impression I got. So
I got the
wife-
impression.
This is just how rich people were in the past before Wadsworth turned to shit.
That's unfathomable.
So, why don't you all mark down 600 experience for the day? I've given you a larger role-playing experience bonus than I normally do because you guys, I think, were really on point today with your role-playing. Especially good. And what it'll take? Is there a healer in the party? Yeah, someone here is a doctor.
We've got
We have a doctor. And
myself and herbalism
Okay.
together.
So Jeff is down 7, so it'll take a few days to recover. Do you guys want to have brought back Ronald to Wadsworth for next week?
yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense, I think.
You still want to give him a room?
There, bring him back here.
I mean, a room in the house is a bit much if we don't have anywhere else to put him. I guess I could try and convince my in-laws to let him stay at the Brewers.
Wouldn't
I
be a
think-
very
You don't want
good
it to
household
break
guard
him.
if he's living at the Brewers.
That's
Yeah.
good point. Right now, he's just kind of in training, I guess. 15 years old.
So time to recover, time to go fetch the boy. Have Joseph look into things. He'll come back after having scanned through all of his books, saying there's no record of a Lorne family in the history. So if they're around, they weren't very important, or they are, the books predate the family, or maybe they're just not covered in it. So no clues as to what that is. I think next time we will come back on the 11th, in-game on the 11th, when we're... unfortunately, we cannot play next week, because next week on the 11th, I will be out of town. I will be actually moving. So we were talking about moving our play date
To
to...
the 10th, I think.
The 10th is
Saturday.
Was? Same time?
Same time? Can we all do 10th at the same time?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Also, do you want to do me leveling up now?
Oh, did you level?
Level 3?
Level 3.
All right. Why don't you roll us some hit points? I believe that's a flat d6.
Yeah. Let's get a nice number here.
Come on, roll 6.
6.
Yeah.
Ooh, 13 HP. I'm beefy.
You are now the party tank.
So that also comes with a +1 to hit.
Oh, finally. Nice.
Thief skills.
Thief skills go up.
Yeah, I'm gonna add
15 HP.
15 to open locks.
Good idea.
And I'm not sure about the other 15 yet.
Didn't someone's character have a birthday around December 10th or 12th or something?
2 of us did. I think
18.
my birthday is the 13th of December.
Okay.
Yep, mine is the 18th, so we for first.
Okay, so this next gameplay session will be right around Luther's birthday. So consider anything you guys might want to do in game for that recognition, or not.
Luther
guys.
is 30-something. At that age, people no longer celebrate them, right?
Yeah, I don't care about my birthday at all. I will be 34.
Okay.
When's your birthday, Ginger?
The 18th of December.
In that case, I'll probably talk to Luther about giving him the necklace as a present.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that like that. I mean, you could have surprised me.
It's gonna be like,
Your character doesn't know.
it's my birthday present.
You're not going to give it to your wife?
Maybe I will. That's actually a really good idea.
She comes from common stock.
Also, I know where it came from, so it might not be great on me.
Yeah, might be a little terrifying.
Yeah, a little bit since I never passed that save.
Yeah. All right, so I think I've updated the overlay. I don't think your saves go up yet, so...
Yeah, I think that's level 4. Probably. I looked it up. I don't remember right now. I'm still trying to figure out where to put my other 15 points.
Where have you put your first ones?
Open locks. It's at 55 now.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm getting it up there.
I
I
mean,
have 60 in Move Silently already. I could go for Read Languages.
yeah,
actually,
because
I'm
you
doing
do
that,
have
yeah.
that interest.
Read Languages. So that would be
Yeah. You have been trying to read these weird books, so might as well give it a go. In each level, you can give it another try, I think. If you improve your score, right, Leo?
Read languages?
Like, if you have a book that you read at 15% and fail, and then you next level go up to like 30%, you can give another shot, maybe?
Yeah, but each time... If you pass your read language check, let's say it's 15%, you have a 15% chance to understand 15% of the writing.
Yeah.
So at lower levels, it's not
really
super
weird,
useful.
Yeah.
And just for record in chat, no, I'm not moving to LA. I would never move to LA. LA is a piece of shit. It's a hellhole. I don't... No. Never LA. Hashtag not my city. I think that's it for this week's session. We'll see you guys on Saturday for Age of Strife next week.
Yeah, should be good.
Okay.
All right. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Yep.